Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, I'm part of a new series of videos I've been doing for a while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, it's a sub sandwich review. We'll get to that in a moment. Folks, super simple format. I'm going to eat and or drink some stuff. I'm going to yammer on about it. Sometimes it's about sub sandwiches, like today. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm doing something else. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Mega Ran shirt. If you are not familiar with Mega Ran, he is nerdcore rapper, teacher, hero extraordinaire. He's a rap / hip hop artist who tends to work, emphasis on tends to work in the nerdcore subgenre, which is, genre of rap tends to focus on nerdy things, video games and D&D and stuff like that. Obviously, he has an association with Mega Man. He's even actually worked a little bit with Capcom, so he's super official. But he's also done some more traditional hip-hop stuff and everything. He's got like 1 million albums out. Like, guy is always working, always pushing, always putting out incredible content. I love the guy. I've seen him perform live a number of times. I have a bunch of those videos on this channel, just in case you're interested. But definitely check his stuff out. Anyway, I am doing a sub sandwich review. And when I do sub sandwich reviews, there's a few things to take into account. Number one, I now have been doing for quite a few months, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures. Okay, I've been scouring all of Illinois, or at least, relatively limited pocket space that I'm around, and just trying out subs from different spots, like just everything from chains like Subway and Jersey Mike's to like smaller stuff to local establishments, hell, even gas station and convenience store ones. So that's the first thing. Number two, I have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs that are just my sub sandwich adventures. So if you're interested. Number three, it's a Sunday. And it actually is Sunday, the day that I'm doing this. Why is that significant? Because Sunday is SUBday, folks. That's my whole thing. Whenever I do sub sandwich reviews, I upload them on Sunday. So, what sub am I going to try for you today, folks? What are we doing? Where's it from? We got a new spot, folks. I have not been to this spot because it is, boom, Penn Station's East Coast subs. I don't live on the East Coast. I live in the middle of the country. But yes, indeed, Penn Station East Coast subs. I've been meaning to hit this place for a little bit now. I was aware of it, and I actually do travel along this route with not a lot of frequency, but, semi-regularly. And I just needed the right time and opportunity, and today was that time and opportunity. So, very first thing that I'm going to try, folks, because I have to, when I try out a new sub place, boom, I have to try out an Italian sub. Now, that said, sadly, they're immediately losing point because they asked me for my name. I told them Brandon, and they put Brandon. No, not cool. You could have asked if you weren't sure. Okay, but I would say, by and large, the most frequent spelling of Brandon is with the O at the end, not the E. And to all you other Brandons out there, you know where you stand. Anyway, this is their Italian sub, their cold Italian sub, because they have a hot version as well. It consists of smoked ham, hard salami, pepperoni, provolone, mayo, lettuce, red onion, banana peppers, oil and vinegar, salt and pepper, oregano, Roma tomatoes, and I got it on multigrain bread. Now, I will say it's interesting that they have certain things on here that I wouldn't typically associate with a classic Italian, specifically the banana peppers. I don't think I've ever had banana peppers on any other incarnation of classic Italian sub. But I'm down, so let's give it an open. Try it out. Open! Oh! I also got some fries, because they had fries. Quick fry review, because fries. Those are some pretty good fries. I'm down with that. Plus, I had them toss on a little malt vinegar. That's nice. Genuinely some pretty decent fries. Not like the best fries I've ever had or anything, but they're crunchy. They got a nice texture to them. They're nice and salty. They got a little zing to them. I'm down with them. I like them as fries. But let's get to the actual review. Pretty good looking sub, folks. Pretty damn good looking sub. Wait. It's too much onion right there. So let's give this a shot. Try their take on the classic Italian sub. We're gonna move you the fuck over there so that I can grip this. Hopefully not get a bunch of shit on my Mega Ran shirt. Here we go, folks. 6 minutes in. Fucking Christ. Lot of oil. Lot of oil. I will say this right now. The multigrain bread, because it's, they offered whiter multigrain. The multigrain bread is an interesting take on it. I mean, it was my choice, but I don't think I've ever gotten an Italian sub with multigrain bread. It does add something different to it. I'll say this right now. This is a super tasty sub. Like, this is a proper sub. I'm tasting all the ingredients. You can taste the salami, you can taste the mayo, you can taste the oil, and it's all working really well together. This is really good. It's super fresh and flavorful. I'm not saying it's better, but I am really enjoying it on the multigrain bread. It creates a little bit different of a flavor profile. It gives it, because like with the white bread, a lot of it's there. I mean, it should still taste good, but a lot of it's there to really just kind of suck up the flavor. With the multigrain, you're getting more flavor out of it. So it kind of changes the overall profile. And that salami hits really good. Like, it plays nicely with the like the oil and everything. Yeah, the vinegar, salt and pepper, oregano. Yeah, man. This right here is a very good sub. Like, in terms of chain places that I've been to, this is up there. I would in fact go over there. In terms of the chain places, Jersey Mike's has been pretty much my overall favorite. I think they put out a damn fine sub. I will say this. Well, it's not the most conventional Italian style sub that I've ever had. And one thing I mentioned in my other reviews, when you get a really good Italian sub and it's done the right way, all the flavors kind of mix together and become this taste that's just, the only flavor you can describe it as is it's an Italian sub flavor. This doesn't have that for me, but not because it's not good, it's just not conventional. Obviously, the multigrain bread changes things, the peppers change things a little bit. It's a little bit different, but not in a bad way. I would honestly say, now this is just one for one. I've still got another sub to review. But at least as an outing, this is, if not on par with Jersey Mike's, very close. It is an extremely flavorful sub where, like I said, you're tasting all the ingredients. It's definitely been prepared really well. This is a banging ass sub. Now, all that said, like I said, as an Italian sub, especially a classic Italian sub, it's not what I would consider the best representation of a classic American sub. Or a Italian sub, I'm sorry. I think if I was going to recommend an Italian sub to someone, this probably wouldn't be it, but not because it isn't good. I would recommend this as a sub, just not an Italian sub. Because I do think there are other places that, at least in my personal experience from all the sub places that I've been to, I think they hit the classic element of the classic Italian sub a little bit more on the head than this one. But I do like that this one is a little less conventional as well. Now, all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes, but then there's asterisks. Because again, depends on what I want. Do I want a proper Italian sub? Because if I do, this wouldn't be my go-to. I do have other spots that I would hit up before this one. But if I wanted an Italian sub that's going to taste really good and has a little bit of a twist on it, there we go. That works perfectly. Plus, you can get some pretty dang good fries, too. And that basically all applies to, whether or not I would recommend it, too. Like I said, I've got one more sub to go after this. I have to say, though, this has really impressed me. Like, I had high hopes, you always go in with positive vibes. But, like, you can tell that this place is, like, properly, they're doing it right. They're definitely well above your Subways and your Jimmy John's. Like, this sandwich tasted well put together, and it felt like it had its own personality. Good on you, Penn Station. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your and folks, you can go in there and have yourselves a truly not classic, but also kind of classic Italian sub rest of your life, because, hey, variation's not a bad thing. It can be familiar and different. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Life can be very stressful, very frustrating at times. When we run into those situations, it's important we go over there, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to watch this review of mine of the Italian sub from Penn Station Subs. And maybe it's going to go over there and inspire you to come up with your own variation on a classic sub. Because, like I said, folks, there's, the only thing that, it's like maybe don't call it classic. But at the same time, there's going to be lots of different interpretations and, different, from different locales. But maybe you come up with your own, and then maybe it's, maybe it's like a German Italian sub, where it's an Italian sub with sauerkraut on it. Which, I mean, maybe that would be good. I don't know, sauerkraut's kind of hit or miss for me personally. But anyway, just don't cause an international incident. Or maybe, well, actually, you could do that. That's not even that weird. So, yeah, maybe just do that. Bye.